All right, welcome in. Today we're going to look at ELA Week 17, Lesson 2. So I'm going to share my screen. Oops, shared the wrong thing. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go ahead and learn about informational text. And then we're going to learn about, I just need to move this down here. So we're going to learn about informational text, narrative nonfiction, and then we're going to learn about some structural analysis, which will be our prefixes, and then we're going to learn about our suffixes and different kinds of nouns that we can see. All right, so let's go ahead and start. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with narrative nonfiction, and we're going to look at this page first. So, narrative nonfiction. A prairie guard dog is narrative nonfiction. Narrative nonfiction tells us about living things, people, or events. It is told by a narrator and follows a sequence. Now, a very important thing to do with narrative nonfiction is to find textual evidence. So I can use what I read to tell that a prairie guard dog is narrative nonfiction. Our narrator tells a story about what real prairie dogs do. So this nonfiction part, the nonfiction part means it's true, and the narrative means somebody is telling us the story. So the narrator tells us the story about what real prairie dogs do. Now, we can see some text features in nonfiction texts. For example, we have headings. Headings tell us what a section of text is mostly about. So you see how here it says break time? Well, for break time, that's what this whole paragraph is going to be about, is what they do during their break. And the bold print are important words to understand the text. So for example, buried and tunnels are very important to the text, so that's why they're bold. All right, so we'll do this in class where we identify text features on a different page, and I'm going to write that down. Okay. All right, awesome. All right, so that is narrative nonfiction, and that's what we're going to be focusing on with the animal chapter, because animals are existent in our world, and we're going to have narrators tell us about these different animals. So let's go ahead and look at the next part of what we're going to do, is we're going to look at structural analysis, which will be on my iPad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my share and I'm going to share my iPad. And I'm going to turn my speakers on too, just in case there's anything we need to hear. Okay, so we're on the screen mirror. I'm going to mirror my screen. Oh, there we go. Zoom, Jason. Okay, there we go. Now I'll go ahead and put it like this so we can see it a little more clearly. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do this workbook page together for the most part, but in your accountability notebook, you are going to do something by yourself. All right, so the C in scent stands for the S sound. It is soft C. The G in germ stands for the J sound. It is soft G. Now, if you're watching this video before we have class on Monday or Tuesday, this might be a little weird, mostly because we haven't gone over soft G or soft C yet. So, for example, we have three words here. We have mice, cage, and rice. Notice how we have that S sound and that J sound. The S sound sounds like an S. The J sound sounds like a J. But in reality, we have a G and we have a C. So they were kind enough to give us rice already, so we can cross that out. For number 2, is number 2 mice or cage? Mice or cage? It'll be mice. M-I-C-E. M-I-C. And now, the last but not least, we have cage. K-A-J. Cage. All right, and we're going to go in more detail about that in class as well. We'll have more practice with it. All right, a prefix is a word added to the beginning of a word to make a new word. The prefix re means again. We talked about that in class. And the prefixes un and dis mean not or opposite of. So for example, if I have a word like redo, we have re, which means again, and do means to do. So does re mean not done, or does re mean do again? Well, let's look at it this way. If I ask you to redo your homework because you didn't finish it, which one would you say I need to do? Need to not done it or to do it again? We're going to do it again. All right, let's look at disliked. So we have dis and liked. Dis means not, and like means you favor something, but you can just say like. So if we combine our things, we have dis, which means not, and liked, which means like. So disliked would be not liked. Now, I want you to try to figure out un. The reason I gave you un is because it also looks like number 4. So go ahead and pause your video, go into your accountability notebook or go into Zoom if I have it up, and go ahead and either explain or write down the answer. So I'm going to give you about 5 seconds. Pause the video if you need more time, okay? And while I look at what we do next, okay, we're going to look at suffixes next. So I'm going to stop my share. All right, now you can see me again and all my stuffed animals. And then I'm going to go back here, and I believe I didn't pull this one up yet, but don't worry, it'll be up right. Oh, okay, so we're on day 2, and we're going to, I believe we're going to suffixes, which is down here. All right. Oh, okay. Mr. Cannon did have it. It was just on the other side. And good thing he noticed he wasn't sharing his screen yet. That would have been really funny. Then I would have had somebody go like, oh, Mr. Cannon, during that whole thing, you didn't share your screen. I'd be like, what? Oh, that sucks. All right. So we're going to read part of a prairie guard dog and look for words with suffixes. What is a suffix? It is a word part, such as full or ly, that is added to the end of a root word. To find the meaning of a word that has a suffix, separate the suffix and the root word. So, it is early in the morning. First, I see a prairie dog. I name him Pete. He peeks his head out of his burrow underground. He looks around, then Pete calls loudly, "Yip." He lets them know it is safe to come out. Soon, 4 prairie dogs come out. So what word has a suffix in it? I'll give you a hint. It's highlighted. You see how it's highlighted? Yes, so it's loudly. So we're breaking up loudly into a root and a suffix. If you look up here where it says loud, loud is the root word. Loud can stand on its own. It is good. It's like I can be by myself. It's a loner. It can sit at the lunch table by itself and be fine. But Lee over here, Lee has to be around somebody. Lee can't be by himself. So Lee clings on to loud, and they create a new group, and this group has a different meaning. So let's go ahead and look at the next part. So loudly means in a loud or noisy way. So loud means loud or noisy, but Lee makes it a loud or noisy way. So if I play, that means I go outside and play, so I can play basketball. But if I play Lee, playfully, then I'm doing something in a playful way. Or if I have carefully, instead of careful just means careful, but carefully means in a careful way. Let's look at the next one. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look at this next word. Pete is the guard and he is restless. He cannot rest because he is always looking around for danger. This allows the other prairie dogs to safely munch on grasses and seeds. They can also groom each other or work on their burrow. So our word over here is safely. So we're going to type it here. So safely. All right. So what is the root word in safely? It is safe. Safe. And then I'm going to put some dots. Well, actually, let's see if I can put that thing they put. Let's see if I'm cool. Okay, that works. And then Lee is the suffix. So remember, Lee means in a way. Oops. In a way. While safe just can mean safe. So safely means safe in a way. Sorry, Mr. Can's fiance has to have some help, so I'm just making sure she's okay. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next one. All right, our next word is watchful. Now, what is the root word in watchful? What can be alone? Watch. So if watch is alone, then what would full be? Full would be the suffix or the ending. All right, so full's pretty cool. Full just means full of. So that one's kind of easy because full just sounds like full of, like watchful. So watchful would be full of watch. Simple as that. Let's see, Grammarly says there's an error. Oh no, it's an unknown word. You know why it's an unknown word? Because it's not a complete word by itself. It has to be with another word, which is why my Grammarly's saying, nope, not cool. You can't have that. All right, our last word is finally. What I want you to do is I want you to tell me what the root word is, what the suffix is, what the meaning is. And that will be your question in your notebook, your other one, or on Seesaw, because I'm going to put all this on Seesaw literally after I finish making this video. Sorry the video came out a little late. It's because my internet decided it didn't want to work, and so I had to get somebody to fix it, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to pause the video, and then we'll start on the next part. And I'll let my cat in while you do that because he's starting to yell at me too. What are you doing? As you know, Mr. Sleepy likes to be on the video too. Come here. Everybody say hi to Mr. Sleepy. Hello, class. It's me, Mr. Sleepy. All right, let's go ahead and let's look at the last part, and it's going to be called kinds of nouns. And this is going to be on my, oh, wait, now you guys can see him for real. Hello, class. So, hey. So we're gonna go ahead and share share my iPad again. And we're going to, okay, it'll just take a second to get on. And we're gonna work on this last part. And this one is nouns. So, a common noun names any person, place, or thing. Oh, a proper noun names a special person, place, or thing. A proper noun begins with a capital letter. So for example, polar bears live near the Arctic Circle. So the Arctic Circle is a specific place. So that's why it is plural. Bats sleep in caves all over the United States. Can you see? Look, United States is where we live and it's a specific name. So since it's a specific name, it is a plural noun. So what we're going to do is we're going to underline the common nouns, which are the regular nouns, and then we're going to circle the plural nouns. All right. So many frogs live on the banks of the Mississippi River. So what is our proper noun? I'll also give you another hint is proper nouns are always capitalized. I'm not saying every capital is a proper noun, but let's go ahead and look. So Mississippi River is a proper noun. Ooh, I can actually, let's go ahead and make the mark a little deeper. So Mississippi River is our proper noun. Now, what is our singular noun? Or no, I mean, what is our common noun? Well, a common noun names any person, place, or thing. So, many frogs live on the banks of the Mississippi River. Frog is a thing. It is an animal, so it is a thing. All right, beavers can be found in wetlands across North America. Oh, I forgot one. Banks, because a bank is a location. It's not a specific location, which is why it's a common noun. All right, beavers can be found in wetlands across North America. North America is going to be our proper noun because it is a location where we are. Canada, Mexico, and the US are all a part of North America. Even though Mexico is considered Central America, it's still part of North America because we only have North and South America. Those are our continents. And a beaver is an animal, and wetlands is a non-specific place. Prairie dogs live in the grasslands of Montana. All right, Montana is a specific state in the United States, while prairie dogs are animals and grasslands are locations where the prairie dogs can be. Many different fish swim in the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean is our special place, our plural noun because it's a specific ocean. If we just had the word ocean, then it would be a common noun. Now, fish. There's many different types of fish. No special types of fish, so that one's just a common one. And that was the only one in there besides Atlantic Ocean. Some alligators live in the Florida Everglades. Florida Everglades are a specific place. So that's why we're going to circle it as a plural noun. And alligators are an animal, a common animal. Now, if we're talking about Snappy the alligator from Number Rock, that one would be a plural noun because he is a special alligator. His name is Snappy. Now, I don't know if his name's actually Snappy, but I like to think so. All right, now we already underlined the common nouns, and we don't need to list them because we already underlined them. All right, so let me see what else we need to do. The last thing I need to do is say goodbye and have a good day. We've finished up already, and we're going to do the rest of this in class together, which includes reading, doing some practice with our phonemes, and all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys have a good day and see you later. Bye.